right, Keith, do we think people are scrambling to get those home projects done while we have a few days of no rain?
Yeah, and I'm that guy who's like, there's a couple projects I wanted to do in the spring. And
you waited.
Like a window that it's 2 months out. And now I'm like, ooh, I better order that if I'm going to have a chance to get this done, you know? But I'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
I was just telling a story how I was at a big box. Can I say the name of the store?
I don't know.
Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever. One of those. Trying to put a piece of plywood, 4x8 in a
Is that
truck.
the first time he's asked
if
he can? Yeah.
That
do
one,
anything.
Forget you guys. Here's a look at the visible satellite. Looks pretty good. We got just a few clouds out there, but mostly we were sunny through the whole day. Temperatures responded. We got to 79 in Wisconsin, 79 in Sanford. No official 80s in Portland. Algonquin did read 80 at one point, but they tend to be a little bit warm on that thermometer, I think. But you know, the key was, even if we got into the mid 80s probably today, we would have felt good because the dew points are quite low. They're in the 40s, really crisp stuff. Mid 40s, low 40s in through northern Maine. And this is a precursor of how cool it's going to get tonight because it's going to be clear, the winds are going to be calm for the most part, and the dew points are going to be low. So all of that coming together means we'll drop into the 40s, I think probably even along the coastline by early tomorrow morning. Mid 40s inland, low 40s, even some upper 30s in a place like Berlin, Eustis, Rangeley, Kingfield, Bethel. The usual suspects there may get into the 30s briefly, but then the sun comes back and drives us back into the 70s tomorrow afternoon. Pleasant day, not quite as warm as today, a little bit more of that fall vibe compared to today. And then it's partly cloudy to clear overnight tomorrow night, not quite as cool. First half of the day, Thursday, looks good, and then clouds come in from southwest and northeast on Thursday afternoon. Isolated sprinkle Thursday afternoon. Most of us are dry, though, until Thursday night. That's when some showers work their way in. And then Friday is what it has been a lot this summer. Showers turning to some downpours in the afternoon. The question remains still, will this front get out of here in time for the weekend? I was hoping the models would come together, but if anything, they've gone farther apart. They're dug in. The European model has even more showers around Saturday and into Sunday. The GFS continues to be progressive and a little bit drier. I'm still leaning more progressive and drier, but we do have to put a sprinkle into Sunday because I can't totally ignore one of the major models that has a reasonable track record most of the year. Just quick update, got a lot going on in the tropics. Don't have to worry about Gert or Harold. Franklin could be interesting. It's going to be swinging around here and then up the East Coast mid next week. Probably not going to impact us directly, but it'll be close enough that we'll be talking about it. So showers turning to rain on Friday, then pop-up showers on Saturday. We do have that isolated sprinkle, at least in the forecast on Sunday. Should be back around on Monday and Tuesday. Notice pretty much everybody is dry as far as the dew points, except for Friday and then maybe again into Tuesday. All right, that's a look at the next 7 days. Let's bring in Maine's finest athlete, Donnie Pelletier, for a look at the extended range.
Yeah, thanks, Keith. Appreciate it. You know, listen, folks, I ain't going to sugarcoat it for you. I mean, it's been a wet summer. You know, bugs are out thick. Mud runs are in good shape, you know what I mean? But we're starting to see some good weather now, thanks to me, you know, forecasting it. And but yeah, as we get out a couple weeks, it's going to start to cool down, as you can see here, you know what I mean? Temps are going to drop, and I don't know, we probably see flurries in next 1 to 2 weeks, I'd imagine. But look at the long range here, and you can see it's going to start to get warmed up, you know, early next week. So, you know, Friday might be a little rugged, but after that it'll start to pick back up. And Tuesday, you know, 75 degrees. That's a nice, you know, that's a nice read on the temps there. And you know, probably time to grab a beverage and cool off a little bit, because you're going to want to soak up the last couple bits of summer, because it's going to, like I said, start snowing. We'll probably be skiing like a month or two. So, yeah, that's all I got for you, Keith. Back over to your way.
In a month or two.
Sounds about right.
I hope not.
Honestly, it is funny. We love having Donnie on. He's got a great, if you want to check out his Instagram, YouTube, whatever. But there are people starting to get hyped about skiing. Like I follow a lot of the like Saddlebacks and the Sugarloafs, and they're like, "Hey, days getting shorter," and I'm like, "Yo, calm down." Right. Like, I love skiing too, but
it's not quite yet. And by the way, it was a Moxie he opened.
I was thinking. I wondered if we should clarify. Yeah.
One of my favorite parts about that is we you know, he brought a Moxie and then he had 5 other ones just in case.
Just as extras.
Just
you never know.
Yeah.
Could take a lot of tries. All right, Keith, thanks so much.